We're here on the couch, and you know what that means, y'all. It's interview time. Our guest on tonight's show is definitely one of the most lyrical members of the Mighty Mighty Dungeon Family crew. He actually has a reputation that definitely makes
Thank you, sir.
what he does super duper special, if I will admit. He's a friend of mine. He's a fan of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one time for Dungeon Family's own Backbone on the show, y'all. Make some noise for him, y'all. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Blessed to be here, man. Thanks for the platform to inform, brother.
You know, I mean, I knew you was coming, so I baked the cake. And by
man,
baked the
I
cake,
see
I
it.
mean I made a T-shirt.
I see.
I hope you like it.
It's really dope, man.
Yeah,
really
man.
Dope.
Thank you for being
I
here.
saw you at the dungeon the other day too, so yeah. That's
man.
homage. Thank you.
Thank you, man. You know how it goes. You gotta pay what you weigh.
You already know.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So, you're from Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
Like
Atlanta.
from Atlanta.
Like Atlanta.
Atlanta. Like the young
Atlanta.
kids start to say now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wasn't born in Grady though. I was born in Georgia Baptist.
Uh-huh.
But you know, I am official. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Cascade Road, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of our viewers out there, when they think of Atlanta, they think of the media wash of what Atlanta is.
Right.
Can you give them some sort of insight on, for lack of a better term, true Atlanta? I don't even like old versus new. It's true Atlanta.
Yeah, definitely, man. We definitely always had a hip hop scene here. Like growing up, we used to listen to cats like the Hard Boys, you know what I mean? Success and Effect. Even Cee-lo. Cee-lo came out a while, but the first rapper that I knew about in this town was Mojo. He had a real big hit. Let Mojo handle it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we had hip hop, but we didn't have radio representation.
Okay.
So the reason Atlanta is so receptive to music now from all other cultures and cities and areas is because we've always been that way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we always listened to the Miami Shake music on the radio. We even had West Coast. You know what I mean?
Right.
We definitely had New York music, but we never had our own sound on the radio until we came about. So, but we always had MCs here though. Like I say, you know, Shadi, Raheem. You know what I mean? We were thick. Charles Disco, you know?
I can dig it.
Yeah.
So you are a member of the legendary Dungeon Family, first generation.
Yes, sir.
How did that come about? How did your involvement in that come about?
Oh man, this is a long story, but I'm gonna make it real sweet. Short and sweet, I should say. Well, I met Cee-lo Green when he was 9. I'm 3 years older than him, so I was 11 at the time. And we were in Greenbrier Mall, the infamous Greenbrier Mall. And we always used to have on the freshest hats. You know what I'm saying? And he noticed me one day. He was like, yo, where you get that hat? I said, you know, I got my little spot. Come to find out, we were vicking from the same spot. You know what I'm saying? We was creeping them from the same spot.
That's
you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And mind you now, we were 9, we were kids.
Right.
And we never, ever, ever, ever mentioned the fact that we would one day do music. You know what I mean?
Right.
Ever. We never knew that. We were just clicking up at the mall every Saturday in the gold mine where we did have hip hop.
Right.
People in the back were break dancing. Raheem would be in there rhyming.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? DJ Toon, you know, everybody was falling through. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a generation of hip hop. So fast forward to high school. Never saw Cee-lo again. I met Cujo Goody in high school. He went to Mays, I went to Thero High School. And you know, we had a mutual attraction for a young lady. And I always wondered why she would call his name every day in class. I was like, why are you calling this guy's name all the time? But that's not what I said. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the universe worked. We were at a basketball game at Douglas High School. We went to meet and greet, but we didn't actually go to meet and greet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But we went to meet and greet.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, we were dressed alike.
Wow.
And we clicked from the age of 16 to now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But before we graduated, someone had broken in Cujo's car at the studio.
Okay.
This is when the studio, pre-Dungeon days, was next door to Jelly Bean skating rink.
Yeah.
Okay. We go inside, lo and behold, Ray Murray's on the beat machine, Rico Wade sitting up with his antics, Sleepy Brown on the keys, Big Rube was in the vocal booth.
Right.
And I broke out freestyling. Cujo said, "I didn't know you rap." I said, "I didn't know you rap." That was the beginning of me going to the dungeon. You know what I'm saying? And after that, we clicked up. A few weeks later, you know, Cujo was going around, him and T-Mo to different studios, and we went in the studio. Guess who was in that booth? Cee-lo Green.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Fast forward, we graduate. I meet Rico Wade at that summer, like a month after I graduated high school. We start clicking, and the rest is history. Cee-lo showed back up. You know what I'm saying? Like the universe had already been conspiring to put us together. Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Man, I appreciate these stories. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the stories that most fans don't get, and most heads swear they know, but don't know all the details about.
Wikipedia.
Right. Wikipedia, right? Yeah. You know, so did you start your foray into this as a solo artist, or did you come in as part of a collective?
Well, I was a part of a three-man group because there were no three-man crews in Atlanta after Success and Effect and those guys. You know what I mean? So after, you know, because we were already together 2 years before we even met Dre and Big. You know what I mean? Like we were already in the dungeon, but it wasn't called it was called the dungeon, but we weren't the dungeon family at the time. Right. So I was a part of a crew. My homeboy Oddball, who's a member of the Addict Crew, had the first verse on Dope Boy Fresh.
Shout out to Oddball.
Yes, sir. And Shawty Putt, who now, you know, runs with Lil Jon, you know, does camera work with Lil Jon now. And we were all in a group. Slick Partner. If you look at the album Concrete Law, it says Backbone featuring Slick Partner. And we were a three-man group. Right. But it was so many MCs in the dungeon, including the Youngbloods. Everybody was in the dungeon. But we were so good, everybody didn't get a chance to come out. Right. So a few of those guys broke off and formed the Addict Crew. Right. You see what I'm saying? You see how that works? Dungeon, Addict. So that's it. So they joined the Addict Crew. I remained at the dungeon, stood strong. At that time, my name wasn't Backbone. It was Stampede. You know what I mean? Because our group was called Kicking Up Dust prior to Slick Partner. Because if you look at the Society of Souls album, on that it'll say featuring Stampede and Tumbleweed of Kicking Up Dust. Yeah. And so, long story short, Oddball was like, "I feel like an oddball over here." I said, "That's your name, Oddball." Right. I said, "Well, I'm gonna stand strong." He said, "Yeah, man, because you always been the backbone of this house." Like, that's my name. That's how I got the name Backbone. You know what I mean? Hip hop fashion. So, yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
So your first project. Once the deal came, you know what I'm saying, once, all right, you know, Backbone's cooking, right? You know what I'm saying? What was your process like, man? I mean, I'm sure nobody ever gets a second chance to make a first impression. Right. How was it for you?
Well, I come from a musical family. My father played with such greats as Johnny Taylor, James Brown, Joe Tex, Paul McCartney, traveled with Michael Jackson, so music has always been in me. Right. I play several instruments, but moving forward, I was 7 years old. I told some kids in my neighborhood, I said, "I'm gonna make a record one day." They didn't know anything about my dad being musical, but I made that record, you know what I'm saying? Right. And the way that I got that deal was similar to the way that Criss Cross got discovered in Greenbrier. I'm walking through the mall. Of course, people don't know me. I'm just saying, I'm just walking through the mall. Charles Suit, Julius Irvin Jr., and my homeboy Killer B were having lunch at Chick-fil-A. Okay. They were asking, Charles Suit was asking, who's the next MC out of the dungeon that could represent the brand? They were mentioning me, and I walked right up on that meeting. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Once again.
Right, the universe. Yeah, yes, definitely. Sir. I walked right up on that meeting.
No doubt. Yep. And we're going to get into your first joint, man.
Yes, sir. West End Mall.
Man. This is Hip Hop 40 Live. We're here with Backbone. We about to get into the first joint, the classic 5 Deuce Faux Tray right here on Hip Hop 40. Check it out, y'all. And that was 5 Deuce Faux Tray by the one and only Backbone right here on Hip Hop 40. We're still here in the studio with the man, the myth, the one and only Backbone. How you doing, man?
You know it's good,
no doubt, man.
It's a pleasure when I run up on you, brother.
I appreciate you being here, man. Yes, seriously. Yes, dude, so that song, I mean, listen, a late '90s, early arts head knows that song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But how did that become that?
Well, all my street cats know when you shoot dice, you come out right. You throw 7, you right, you win, you win, you win. But you also can crap. But moving a bit backwards, Outkast was out, Goody Mob was out, and we used to always have trouble still getting in Atlanta clubs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we go to the door, be like, yo, this Goody Mob. They be like, who? Goody Mob. Who? Goody Mob. I'm like, whoa. And I was always the one bucking. You see what I'm saying? So that was the relevancy of that song. So we write, man, we write. Come on, we write 7. But as I grew spiritually,
Right.
I found out that the number 7 represents spiritual completeness. 5 Deuce, Faux 7. You know what I'm saying? So it has an essence. It has an essence to it that I didn't even realize.
Right.
And the original had an electric bass on it, right? And it's gonna trip you out.
Okay.
Remember I told you my father played with all those greats.
Yes,
okay?
you did. Yep.
All right. I told Rick, I said, I don't like the way that electric bass sounds. Can we please find a stand-up bassist? Lo and behold, we found a cat named George Greer.
Okay.
He plays the stand-up bass.
Yeah.
He was in the band with my father. My father's deceased. He died when I was 15. But for his energy to find me musically,
Right.
and send George Greer to play on that song, that song has so much more meaning to me now. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man.
yeah, definitely, man. 7.
5 Deuce, 7.
Faux
7.
Spiritual completeness.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So you transition that from shooting dice to a hit song to now a clothing line.
Yeah, I sure did.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I mean, you know, everything was sitting dormant for a minute. No one had merchandise, except for the guys who were traveling. Like, you know, Outkast, of course, had merch on the road. So I was like, hey, yo, shout out my homeboy Mook over at ATL History. He called me and said, yo, Back, you should do merchandise. I said, whoa, you right. He said, yo, man, that's an Atlanta slang. That's an Atlanta theme, man. Like, that one quote could sell. This was about, I say 5 years ago. The song is 17 years old. It turned 17 years old this year, that album, Concrete Law, and in June. And so I was like, okay, run it, you know. Long story short, we did the One Music Fest in 2016, the Dungeon Family. Sold 40 shirts that night.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, this thing really jumping off, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, let's run with it. You know what I mean? I picked it up then. I started a Big Cartel site. I'm gonna move over into another site because I'm outgrowing that platform.
Okay.
But yeah, you can get at the merchandise, you know, Backbone Store, the Backbone Store, I'm sorry, .bigcartel.com.
Okay.
That's the Backbone Store. .bigcartel.com. As a matter of fact, man, I brought you a piece tonight.
What?
Man. Yeah, man. You know, I was sitting on it, did you, brother?
Man, come
It's
on,
blue, but it's all good. It's true.
Hey, listen.
You know what I mean?
We'll work it out.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man.
Man, you see this right here, bro?
Yeah, man.
From the man himself?
Yes, sir.
Man.
Get at me. Or you can call me directly and get exclusive colors because these colors aren't online. So you can call me at 404-692-2096 for exclusive orders. You know what I mean?
Give it up one more time.
404-692-2096. Follow me on Instagram, Backbone_Dungeon_family. Get at me, DM me. Not with no foolishness.
Right.
Only about business. You understand me? But
right.
yeah, that's how I started, man.
Thank you very much for this gift, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Seriously.
Definitely.
So you hip hop to the bone.
Yeah, man. We always been that, man. Like we live it here in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we always had it.
So what does it mean to you to be, one, an Atlanta artist, 2, a hip hop head, and 3, a spiritual man?
Right.
What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's all of the same essence, man. Like we put it together. You know what I mean? Like shout out Ms. Wade, Rico Wade's mother, for allowing 17, 25, however many it was originally, to be in her house nightly. 1 bathroom, 2 little sisters, 1 telephone, because there wasn't no cell phones. Okay. Everybody beeper going off. We waiting on the phone like jail. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
we playing music 24 hours a day. and that lady allowed us to do that. I told my mom I was rapping. She was like, "You gotta rap your ass and get back to college." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, "Whoa, for real?" That's why I wasn't on watch for the hook, because I was away in college. I went at Alabama A&M University in Huntsville, Alabama.
Shout out to A&M.
Yeah, I was at A&M when they did that session for Watch for the Hook. I was hurt, man. I was like, oh my God, one of the biggest songs ever.
Right.
I do have a verse for it though.
Okay.
I still might remix it and put it out. Shout out Cool Breeze and the rest of the family. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm not on that song, man. But shout out Rico Wade, his mom, man, his sisters, for allowing us to be over there like we were, man, and building what we built now. You know what I'm saying? So.
What was one of your how can I put this? What was one of your favorite moments so far in your career as an MC? Not just as a fan, but as an MC.
Right. Well, we were doing Madison Square Garden. I think we were on the Stankonia tour. I think no, it may be Aquemini. I think we were on the Aquemini tour, and Jay-Z was watching the show on the side of the stage. And I asked him to sign my shoe. He signed my Air Force One. And he was about to leave. I said, it'll be an honor, Jay, if you just stood here and watched me do my show. And everybody know when I do my sets, I have the latest, hottest, whatever song thrown into my mix.
Right.
I forget what song it was by Jay, but I had his mix in there. You know what I mean? So when my part came on, I threw the song on. I said, thank you for watching. He was like, yo, man, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know him personally.
Right.
I spoke to the God MC, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? That was one of my highlights, to perform at Madison Square Garden in front of, 20,000 people and have Jay-Z stand and watch my 15-minute set.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So that's as an MC. Now how about as a fan?
Wow, same tour.
Okay.
I would go out before my set and watch the entire set from the crowd. I'll just be standing by a random fan, just standing there.
Right.
Standing there. And so I'm jamming, bringing attention to myself, because I'm going to trip them out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm bringing attention to myself. I'm jamming like the biggest Outkast fan there is.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I go do my set. I go on stage. I kill it.
Right.
And I come back and stand right there and watch the rest of the show. They'd be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? What was that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I am a fan. I did the same thing at One Music Fest. When my set went off, I went out into the crowd and watched the show from the top of Lakewood Amphitheater. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a fan of those guys. Right. Like, my favorite group is Run DMC first, Earth, Wind and Fire, then Outkast. You know what I'm saying? Because of the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a fan of it. I'm just not a co-worker of those guys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm a fan of music, the instrumentation, because I play the brass instruments, percussion. You know what I'm saying? I can't sing. My sister got that talent. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm a fan of it, man. So that was my fan moment, man. Just standing in the crowd watching my brothers do their thing. You know what I mean?
Right. How does that for young artists out there and for seasoned artists out there? How do you feel like that being a part of your artistic DNA translates to your fans?
Well, my thing is, when I do shows, I know that show, even though I'm being paid, that's not for me. That moment is for the fans, so you got to give them your best. That's why I'm not just up there stiff. I be on my way to Grady Hospital by the time I get through performing. I be giving all my energy out. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen it.
So that's what I'm saying. It's for them.
Right.
So you go up there to the crowd and you give them your best, man. Every time, every single time, give them your best, because they paid their hard-earned money for your CD, for your merchandise, for your show. And don't be above going to shake hands with those people once you're done. That's why when people invite me to barbecues now and I show up, they be like, yo. I like, yeah, what are we, chicken? Like, what a potato salad? You know what I'm saying? The baked beans, you know what I'm saying? So they appreciate that more. And that's why these merchandise sell the way that it does, because people know I hand deliver it. Like, I'm gonna hand deliver this shirt. I mean, I got some more shirts in the car, but I'm gonna hand deliver the rest of the merch I got in the car. You know what I'm saying? Shirts like these in the car, you know what I'm saying? So I'm on the east side, so that's what it is.
Man, you was hip hop to death, man.
Yes, man. Got to be on the block, man. Got to represent Cascade.
No doubt. Speaking of which, we about to go ahead and get into another Backbone video, man. This one is called Hip Hop. It's Me.
Right.
Right here on Hip Hop 40 Live. Y'all sit back, check it out, man.
Ashe.
And that was Hip Hop It's Me by Backbone right here on Hip Hop 40. It's your man Dres Beatnik. We still here with Backbone. Third segment, y'all. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, so that was over. Tila Rocks, it's yours.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I actually did an entire project. It was called the Homage EP.
Okay.
Where I paid homage to that era of hip hop.
Okay.
It was online, but because of the copyright infringement things that happened in the transition now from streaming to they pulled it.
Right.
But I still have it. I perform it live a lot. So if you're fortunate enough to catch that, you know what I'm saying? Because I still do those parties, you know what I'm saying? The vintage parties, and give homage to those. Because how can you, I got a track over a lot of other things, J. Rue the Damager, man. Like, how could you rhyme over that and mess that up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to pull it off was great. Like, nobody rhymed over Tila Rock like that ever.
Right.
So that's why I chose that track. That was one of my favorite tracks growing up. You know what I'm saying? Give it up to you. Da-da-da-da-da. It's yours. Like, that's so hip hop to me.
Right.
You know
and shout out to Mendez with mad clout in the
mad
video.
clout, man.
You know what I'm saying? B-boying in there. No doubt.
Yeah.
I love that, man.
Oh yeah, man. The
Like,
essence.
you got your hands in so much stuff, man.
Yes, sir, man.
I
Yes,
love
sir.
that. It's just like a shark, man. Stay in motion.
That's right, man. It ain't me, man. It's the universe, the God Almighty, man. You know what I'm saying? That's who moving me right now. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of love, you got a panel coming up in a couple weeks, the Atlanta Relationship panel.
Right, November 10th. Yep.
With and I'm surprised to find out you got Dave Tolliver from Men at Large.
Men at Large, right. Yeah, it was actually put together by Dr. Cassandra Parks. She put that together. She reached out. We had been talking about it for years, and you know, we finally was able to pull it off. She reached out. She said, "Yo, I want you on this panel." I said, "Okay, cool." And yeah, man. So you know, I've been through a lot of heartbreaks. I'm not scared to say it. You know what I'm saying? I've broken a lot of hearts. And a lot of people like, "You're not married. Why are you on this panel?" I said, "It's not about that." You know what I'm saying? We got married people on there. We got divorcees. We got people whose heart been broken, heartbreakers. It's a whole thing. So come on out November 10th, man, and talk to some people who've loved, who experienced love. I'm talking about real love, from self-love to selfless love to selfish love. You know what I'm saying? Because love is not a hostage situation. You shouldn't feel bound to anyone.
I hear
you
that.
should be free. So November 10th, come check us out, man.
Where at?
I can't remember the address right off, but if they hit me online or call me, 404-692-2096, I'll give you all that information. But November 10th, and we'll get at it. You know what I'm saying? Just follow me on Instagram, Backbone. Just find it, and the flyers will be up.
No doubt. And you got a movie coming.
Yeah, man. Products of the American Ghetto, man. Shout out to my homeboy Tierra, man.
Right. So tell us about that, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's a movie about the Atlanta. You know, when the drugs took over, the Miami boys came up, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a movie about the early 80s, hip hop, you know, the hood, you know what I mean? And we got the lead single, Ghetto, featuring myself, Slim Calhoun, Black on C-Bone, and Lil Will, produced by Midnight Black. Yeah, the movie's really dope, man. It'll be out on all streaming platforms in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
It's up for pre-order now, and the CD will be dropping at the same time. And we just did the video last week, and it came out pretty clean, man. And it's a clean movie. It's accurate to the T, and just check it out. Products of the American Ghetto, man. Shout out Ninth Entertainment.
Okay.
And yeah, it's dope, man. We working, man.
Backbone is here with us, but unfortunately, we have come to the end of our show, y'all.
Man, what?
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, man. You know, time happens, man.
Hip hop is 40.
Boom.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, man, I got to get home and study, man. I'm trying to finish this psychology degree over at Life University, so I got to go study, bro.
How can people find you?
Like I say, I mentioned my number several times, 404-692-2096. I answer it once I come off IG Live. You can find me on IG. I do not do Facebook, but I am on IG, Backbone_Dungeon_family. You can get the merch at the Backbone Store on IG, or you can get it at thebackbonestore.bigcartel.com. Whatever, call me for exclusive orders or whatever, man. And I do appreciate this opportunity, man.
No doubt,
Thank
man.
you.
We appreciate having you, man.
Likewise, brother.
Once again, kids, this is Hip Hop 40. My name is Dres Beatnik. Thank you guys so very much, man. Perseverance is the hard work that you do when you're done doing your hard work. My name is Reza Beatnik. See you guys next time, next rhyme, next space, next place. This is Hip Hop 40 Live.
Ah, shit.
Peace.